Well, hello. Today I'm doing something a little bit different for my channel. We're going to work with your shadow side. I'm going to do an in-depth tarot reading. What is your shadow side? And then I'm going to also continue the reading with how do you, I don't want to say fix, I want to say how do you work with your shadow side. Now, you're probably wondering, what the hell is a shadow side? A shadow side is part of us we can't see. It's in the shadow. You think of, let's say this is Earth and the sun is shining. All of this is in darkness. It's in the shadow. And that's the same. So we put this face to the world, and all of this is our shadow, but it's operating underground per se. So it's operating through your subconscious mind. It's the actions your subconscious mind takes that you seemingly have no control over. These could be your bad habits, that you have no idea that are bad habits because they're so ingrained into your life that you don't even consider them a habit anymore. You just consider it something that you do. These are things that make you overspend. These are things that make you overeat, overdrink, gamble. These are any and all addictions that you may not even realize is an addiction. These could be just simply not paying your bills on time. These could be things like snapping at people when you don't even realize that you are snapping at them, or if you have that under percolating anger or sadness and you can't put your finger on it. Those are all shadow. Now, here's the thing with shadow. Because we don't know that that's our shadow, we always have to have somebody else point it out to us. We don't see it about ourselves. That's why it's called the shadow. It lives in the darkness of us. Doesn't mean it's bad. It's there. We just can't see it. It's like you can't see the back of your head unless somebody holds a mirror up so you can see it, right? It doesn't mean the back of your head isn't there. It means you can't see it until somebody points it out to you or helps you see it. So that's what we're going to work with the tarot today. And because we don't know what our shadow is, we're not going to count on our intuition or our eyes or anything to choose which pile we want. We're going to go to the cosmic wheel, and we're going to ask the cosmic wheel, what's my shadow? What's my shadow? What's my shadow? When the time feels right, you press pause, and then you'll get a symbol, and then you come down to the timestamps, and that's the pile that you need to hear. Okay, so go ahead, get to the cosmic wheel, and I will see you at what symbol the cosmic wheel wants you to hear about. See you shortly. Okay, so if the cosmic wheel chose spades for you, you're at the right place. I'm going to be using the Healing Light Tarot to uncover your shadow. And then I'm going to be using the Healing Light Lenormand to give you a roadmap how to not fix, but acknowledge and bring your shadow to the light. And then, of course, I'm going to be using, I'll seal it up with a Magic of You Oracle. Unlock your hidden truths. All right. So again, if the cosmic wheel chose spades for you, you're at the right place. Let us begin. Oh, I don't read these reverse. They told me when I purchased them that they aren't read reverse. Okay, so we've got your shadow here is family related. Um, it goes to maybe you feel like you need to have the perfect family to be whole. Maybe you thought you had the perfect family and now you don't. And now a family for you is a very dark place. But this definitely has something to do with your immediate family. So if you don't have your own immediate family, this is the family you were born into. If you are currently making your own family, then this is your current family. Yeah, there's it might be the end of your family. Maybe there was a divorce situation. Maybe somebody passed away, but you went from this amazing, what you felt was a great family to the end of your family. It be, there might have been a bit of depression regarding this. And you may not even believe that the end of your family has affected you this much. You didn't think it was fair what was going on. Again, if there was a divorce, you might have felt that the other person thought it was fair, but you thought you were only getting a little bit. See, they're holding the law and I'm fair. I'm giving you exactly what the law says and not a penny more. So, you might think that you're over this, but the cards are indicating that you really aren't. There's something here about fairness and about, the obvious is you might say, yeah, the dream of my family has died. This could be, if this is your family of origin, maybe you're thinking the father figure wasn't fair to the mother figure. And, but there's definitely here, we've got some family issues going on. Yeah. Moving from stormy waters to calm waters, moving on. One of the partners or parents moved on and moved away, and it was very damaging. And there might be now issues of abandonment that you don't realize are there and are acting in your subconscious about the family, about abandonment. King of Pentacles. Yeah, this has more to do with, I'm going to say, I hate this term, daddy issues. Or the husband issues. I think there's issues here of them leaving, of them being absent in the relationship. And then they were just money. They were just money. In that regard, you may now look at the male part of the family is they're just a means to make money, to support, to support the female. Like, yeah, look at all the money in this. I think this has a lot to do. I think what shadow here is showing up is that men, whether they are your husband or your father, so a first degree family member, are they will move on, they will leave, but they're just to provide money. They're just to provide sustenance. Look at all, they just work. They're just for work. I don't see any kind of loving cards here. They just have a function. And the sun. They just have a function, and if that's all they do, then you're happy. I think you want more than that, but deep down, that's how you see them. You see them just as a function, and as long as that is going on, everybody's happy. Waters are smooth. smooth sailing, sun is shining on all your affairs. We got happy, everybody's happy. As long as they can be the main provider. Judgment. This might be karmic in your life. They might owe you from a previous life. We got two great big huge our major arcanas here. That's why I'm saying it's karmic, and it's probably from a previous life. It's probably from a previous life that you feel like they owe you. Oh, the World. Look at that. We've got three major arcanas in a row. Yeah, I think I've got goosebumps right now. I'm thinking that your shadow side, your shadow knows this partner or this father is only in your life for monetary purposes, to support you, to support your family. They're here to work to give you the life that you want or you think that you deserve. And this could be karmic from a previous life. Maybe in a previous life, they didn't support you. Maybe in a previous life, you supported them. So now they're coming to kind of balance it out. But they're here to bring light to your shadow side. So this is definitely a strong male, first degree relative in your family that is here to bring light. Maybe let's see what else they're here to do. Page of Swords. Yeah, look at the difference. All of a sudden the light becomes pink and they're coming to bring you some news. Maybe they're here to they're here to transform. Look at that. There's butterflies on here. They're here to transform those mind thoughts, those thoughts. They're here to transform that men aren't just here to support you with earthly goods. I think you can clear this up because we have the World here. So we have completion. I think, this might be coming to a completion, this karma. And I think you're going to hear some kind of new way of thinking that's actually going to transform your thoughts around this. Ace of Pentacles. Yeah. You're going to find your own way to make money. Isn't that interesting? This shadow work has a lot to do with earthly pleasures, mostly money, because we have the working card here. You're going to find your own way to make money. You're going to find your own way to support yourself on this earthly plane. This is your second chance. This is your second chance. Look at the two big pentacles we have on this side. Yeah, definitely. And now we have the Four of Wands. So celebration. This is more of a loving card, more passion, more than a utilitarian. That's what I want to, that's the words I want to bring up here. Utilitarian. So you had a utilitarian way of thinking of the first degree males in your life. And you need to break out of that. You need to end that, and you will. And learn to support yourself rather than relying on the first degree relative males in your life. And light is going to be shown upon this. Now, whether that's because they exit your life for some reason, and you have to learn to support yourself, but you will. Absolutely. The sun is, look at the sun is shining on that. That's celebration. That's foundational happiness. So whether that's a wedding, graduating from school, it's definitely, it's around good cards. When it's around bad cards, now we've got divorce, now we've got funerals, but when we're surrounded by sun, all these beautiful major arcanas, all fresh ideas to transform you, planting new seeds. I think you're going to have a lot to celebrate here. Let's see what the the Emperor. Again, more male energy. This is a very strong male. So again, I'm glad I read this last. you are going to transform into the emperor and be a leader and bring stability to your life and bring passion to your life. And you need to become the emperor of your own life rather than allowing other males to tell you what to do. And the reason they can is because they support you, and you've become at their beck and call, I want to say, because you've never had your own way of supporting yourself. You've always relied on them, and either they are leaving you by, I mean, a father eventually passes away, or a husband leaves you by divorce. Your shadow is relying on other people. And look at how this comes out of the light with, I did it. That's what I want to say. I did it. I did it. You are definitely going to transform this. You will manage to do this. Just because you have such great cards. You just have such great and strong, positive cards. I didn't see any devil. I didn't see any kind of justice. I didn't see anything like that. This is definitely something you can transform. And I bet you didn't even know that about yourself, that subconsciously you were counting on the males in your life to support you. And whether you're a male or female now, that can apply. I mean, you can be a male and depending on your father to support you, or maybe the female in your partnership is a very strong masculine energy. But you will become your own emperor. I did it. I'm counting on you. You can do this. So let's find out how you do this. How do you become from relying on other people to support you to supporting yourself and celebrating it and feeling very good about that? So let's see. How do we transform this energy, this shadow? How do we transform this shadow of relying on other people for support and transforming it into supporting ourselves?
How do our Spade group transform this from, how do they do this?
Okay. Oh, the sun is shining on all affairs, and you had the sun in the other reading. So you've got to bring to light. Oh, and the clock agrees with me. Oh, the garden. So this is definitely coming out in public. Maybe getting work somewhere. Oh yeah, here we go, the tower. So this is reaching back into your past previous skills that you had, and maybe getting a job that is an elevated job, not a basic, not that there's anything wrong with basics. I'm just saying, for you to move out of your shadow, you need an elevated job. Definitely need something that makes you feel good about yourself, and something that provides you with enough money to support yourself. Oh, a friend might have a really good idea for you. A friend might have a job for you. A friend might have a business idea for you. Yeah, you're going to do it. You're going to move on. You need to change, definitely need to change something. With this stork here, see how the stork is facing that way? Underlying mountain. You definitely need to elevate what you do for a living so that you can support yourself. A friend might have a great idea, might have a good job for you. A friend's on this side of the mountain. Remember, I want to tell you something about mountains. Everybody thinks that they need to climb the mountain to get over it. What if you went around the mountain? What if you found another way and went around the mountain? It might take a little bit longer, but it sure is a heck of a lot easier, isn't it? So A friend is probably going to have a really good idea for you. So I would start to talk to friends about jobs. If you think somebody else has a really good job that pays them well, because this is the tower. So this is you elevating yourself. Look how many suns we have here. Things are, you can do this. So talk to a friend. Ask, is there a job opening where you work? Maybe they have a really good job that has union wages and benefits, and you can look after yourself and see you've walked around the mountain rather than taken the hard route to climb over the mountain. But you definitely need to change something. You might have to change where you live. You might have to change how you get about. Maybe you might have to buy a car because, right? They move too. You might have to. I don't see anything here about going to school, but you might have to change. How you think about yourself. Right? I mean, you got to stand out. That's what I want to say. Like, you think about when a stork is flying, they're huge birds, you notice them. You have to learn to stand out, to stand up for yourself. So you might not think, maybe you have a friend who sells real estate and you'll be like, wow, what do? You're doing really well for yourself. Well, you're going to have to walk around the mountain rather than climb the mountain. So you're going to have to take a real estate course. You might have to buy some new clothes. You might have to do a few things to get there. But you will get there. So you're going to definitely need to change a few things to get there. But you will. You'll definitely get there. So your shadow is that you don't know how to look after yourself, but you don't realize this. You that's the part about the shadow. So for you to bring light to your shadow, which you will, look at all the sun cards you have. Even this card is, the sun is starting to come out. You definitely need to get a different kind of job or even a business. A friend will have a good advice for you. Sun is shining on all your affairs. You just need to change a few things to get around this mountain. All right. So let's see the Magic of You Oracle. What final message do we have for you from the Magic of You Oracle? The key that you need. And I want you to write this down and remember it. Panacea, there is a solution to every problem. So look at this. Look at these, tying this down. Cut those cords and set yourself free so that you are looking after yourself. You've got all kinds of help. You can do this. You can do it. Panacea, there is a solution for every problem. Set yourself free. And you're gonna be amazing. It's gonna be amazing. Well, I hope you enjoyed this reading. I hope it meant something to you. I hope it propels you in a direction that maybe you didn't consider. And don't forget to give this a thumbs up. Thank you for watching and take good care. Okay, so this shadow work is for you if the cosmic wheel chose hearts. Now, today I'm going to be using the Healing Light Tarot to work with shadow work. Then I'm going to show you a roadmap how you can bring your shadow work to light with the Healing Light Lenormand. And then I'll give you a final message to carry with you from the Magic of You Oracle to unlock your hidden truths. So this is a little bit longer than I normally give, but this is really important work. So if the cosmic wheel chose hearts for you, you are in the right place. Ready. Judgment. This is karmic for you. This is your second chance. This might even be the second time that you're dealing with this in this lifetime, but this is definitely karmic. This is definitely something that you need to work out in this lifetime. Oh, look at that, work out. This is Nine of Wands. This is coming through the battle. This is battle weary. This is heavy. This is holding your own. This is holding back the demons. This is something that you've battled for a very long time. You might just have had enough of it already. You're not quite sure how much more you can take. But this is something that you've battled for a very long time. And the reason is because it's karmic and you haven't worked on it yet. Knight of Wands. Interesting. I think that maybe one part of your shadow is rushing in where angels fear to tread. Always rushing at things, maybe starting things and not finishing them. With your creativity. I'm just trying to see what else I'm getting from this. I'm just getting this kapow kind of energy, like kapow and then continuing on, and then kapow and continuing on, and then just repeating this over and over and over. And then the unfinished business just keeps building up and building up and building up. Oh, Queen of Swords. Interesting. We have all this orange and yellow, and then all of a sudden we have some purple here. Look at all the butterflies on here. I think your shadow side here is changing your mind a lot. Just constantly changing your mind, starting things and not finishing them, and they're just building up and building up and building up, because this is words and thoughts and your mind, and you just see the butterflies go off like that. I think we've got Two of Swords. Definitely, this is definitely mindset work. This is being stubborn. This is not wanting to see. Look how dark this picture is. Not wanting to see things, not wanting to change your mind. Just no thanks, no. This is actually, you really are stuck on your shadow here. I think your shadow is not wanting, like, just mindset. We got mindset here. Knight of Cups. Look at these two knights. They're going in two different directions. I think you know what you need to do. I think you need to settle down, but you just keep running away from you. I think you need to transform your mindset. I think you've got some embarrassment here about all the things you've started, but you've never finished. Because knights, they're young energy. This is your knight in shining armor. These both could be players, like never committing to anything. Between these two, there's never any committing. This is constantly changing your mind. Constantly changing your mind. Oh, and now we have the Three of Cups. So yeah, we have like more ideas coming in and more ideas coming in. And I don't know how to say this. Is there a bit of, I'm almost getting I'm not a psychologist or anything like that whatsoever. I'm getting a feeling of bipolar here, of 1 minute up, 1 minute down, 1 minute deciding to do something, 1 minute sure of your decisions, 1 minute no. And then we have 3 in here, like confusing it, and 1 minute happy, 1 minute sad. Oh yeah, here we go. Disappointment, depression, defeat. Almost getting a feeling of two minds here. Then we have 2 5s here. This is feeling left out in the cold, losing out. Look at this, depression. So you, right? You go from celebration to depression. Now, I'm not saying you are bipolar. I'm saying these are the energies. You might not realize it, how far you swing. You go from wanting to be excited to start something, to completely changing your mind about something and dropping it. Yeah, arguing with yourself, struggling with, look at that, 3 5s, 3 of the most difficult cards all in a row. I think this is internal struggles, fighting with yourself, struggling with yourself. King of Cups, so it's definitely emotions we're dealing with here. 3 of Wands. Now you try really hard to make plans. You're just, because you start so many things, you're constantly waiting for things to come to fruition. You're constantly waiting for your ship to come in, but you're always disappointed because you started and there's no energy here to keep it going. You start it and you stop it. Oh, and then you get all excited and then you stop it. And this could even be with people, with relationships. You might say, yeah, people always disappoint me. King of Pentacles. You know what? This might be something I think that you've learned in your family, that this is a family legacy. And this is also telling me you can be very successful. You can be very successful and still have these 2 different energies happening. Look, we have 2 kings now showed up. Yeah, walking away. I honestly think that, and then illusions, gaslighting, what's the underlying here? Hermit. Yeah, you really feel all alone. You really feel all alone. I can feel that you want to move on from this. You don't like living like this, even though you might have had some success with it. You could be much, much more successful if you acknowledge this shadow side of you, that it's really difficult for you to be consistent. That's your shadow, is your consistency. You start something and then you stop it. You're arguing with yourself. You get excited about something and then you're disappointed by it. And then you let that disappointment really eat at you, rather than saying, okay, that way didn't work. Where do I have to pivot? It almost feels like you then just drop it and try and start something new again, because this is the walking away card. So you get excited about something, things are going well, something happens, screws it all up, and you're like, okay, I'm out of here. Fuck it. Done. I'm moving on. And this is creating some loneliness for you. You feel like nobody wants to help you. Nobody, nobody's there. You're trying to pick and choose what you want to do all the time. And you're just feeling like, well, you got the 2 moving on cards for one. I think it's you find that it will be with everything, with friendships, with relationships, with business projects. And this is karma that you're bringing over. You've done nothing wrong. This is karma that you're bringing over, that you have to, this inconsistency, this bipolar I'm like, again, I'm not a psychologist. I'm not saying you're bipolar. I'm saying it's mimicking bipolar. You'll get really excited about something will go wrong, and then you just drop it. And this is creating huge burdens on you. Might have even be creating things like money. Maybe you spend a lot of money on starting something, and then that money's all kind of wasted. And so that creates a burden for you in some regard. Maybe it's a burden of debt or something like that. I think there's a small part of you that's embarrassed that you can't get something going, that you're constantly changing your mind. You're constantly moving on from things rather than completing them. You're constantly waiting for your ship to come in, rather than being able to jump on that ship and ride it out to success. I believe you have had some success. So you might feel like, oh, do I really need to fix this? But yeah, you do. Yeah, you do, because it's karmic. And the sooner you fix it, you can get rid of this stop, start, no, yes, no, yay, boo. Like I could just, it almost feels like that. What I'm hearing is, remember the old radios and you'd turn the dial and you'd hear music and then nothing, music. And you'd hear all I'm getting that kind of energy from this. Like, this just seems like so chaos, stop, start, happy, sad. And I think it's, I think you're kind of tired of it too. So let's ask the Lenormand cards. Let's give us some direction how you can fix this. How can you fix this and become more consistent? Okay, so now we are going to ask the Lenormand, how can our hearts fix their inconsistency, stick with a program, stick with a plan? Give us a roadmap. Please give us a roadmap. Yeah, this is a cross you can bear, but it's a cross that you can cross. You can come over to the other side. It's not necessarily blocking you. Consistency. Here's the anchor. Drop your anchors in the right places, for one. An anchor can either be a stabilizing force, or it can be a drag. And in this case, I want you to make it a stabilizing force. Interestingly, the cross and the anchor both have crosses on them. So I want you to cross over and make your anchor. If the anchor was on this side of the cross, I'd say the anchor is a drag. When it's on this side of the cross, it's stabilizing, because now you've crossed over all the hard parts and onto the easy parts. Oh, here we go. Money. Here's the money earned by your own hand, wealth. This is becoming, this is actually like a good business card, becoming a good businessman. And just because it's a king, that it's not gender specific. We're all adults here, but becoming a good businessman, that's what it was, business person, whatever you can relate to. Becoming more stable in business, becoming more stable in your income, and your income will become more stable once you, this is almost, I feel like it's a loop. It's a feedback loop. Your income becomes more stable, you become more stable. You become more stable, your income becomes more stable. Oh, the key to success. So you've got great success. I think that's the roadmap for you, is to become very successful in what you're doing. Again, you will find the key that unlocks that. And then, the moon, that's career. That's great honors. That's everybody loving you. Yeah, you know what? The cards are clearly saying, once you defeat this and you become more stable, you're going to be making much more money. You're going to feel much more successful, and you'll undo that hermit energy, and you'll have much more people around you. They'll honor you more. You're underlying here, the tree. The tree is growth. What does the tree do? The tree can protect you. That you can chop down the tree and make wood to burn to keep you warm. You can make a shelter from the tree. The tree can provide you with fruit to eat. The tree is life. Tree is life itself. And then the tree is also longevity and steady. The tree and the anchor are both very, very steady. So if you can get over this shadow, that work to become more stable will last you probably the rest of your life for a very, very long time. It will become your guidepost in life. It will help you with any of that kind of bipolar energy. Again, I'm not saying medically, I'm just saying the energy of it, the hot, cold, the fast, slow, the start. This and once you stabilize your finances, your income, everything else will fall into place for you. So you need to stop chasing that next big thing, that next big idea. You need to stop chasing that next hot person. You need to stop chasing things, and you need to start becoming more stable. Now, how you do that? Google that on, maybe there's a book that you need to read. Maybe there's a habit course that you need to take. Maybe you need a mindset coach, to help you get into that, because it's that important in your life. That stability is because this cross that you bear, that's your karma as well. And everything on this side of your karma is absolutely amazing. The key, great success. The moon, great honors, great career, money, stability, longevity. I mean, the choice is yours. I think it's pretty clear what you need to do. So let's ask the Magic of You Oracle. What is a touchstone? I want you to screenshot this. I want you to write this down. This will be your guiding light, because look at that, key and key. So this message is extremely important to you. Let's see, for the people who the cosmic wheel chose hearts. Detox, cleanse, and restore yourself. How perfect is that for you? Cleanse and restore yourself. So detox. So stop all of that. Cleanse all of that. All the projects that you have going right now that have never been completed, all the next great ideas, stop it. Cleanse those out of your life. Detox everything that didn't work. Then start fresh. And that's even what these cards say. Start fresh with stability. So detox, cleanse, and restore yourself. And then start fresh. Phew. Well, I hope this gave you some insights. I hope it gives you some direction. It's my intention to make everybody's life a little bit better and easier. And don't forget to give this a thumbs up. Thank you very much for your time and watching, and good luck. I appreciate you. Bye for now. All right, so if the cosmic wheel chose clubs, you're in the right place. Now, before we get started, I'm going to do, this is in 3 parts. The first part is with the Healing Light Tarot. We're going to just uncover your shadow. Then once we know your shadow, we're going to go into the Healing Light Lenormand to give you some ideas how to transform your shadow and make it work for you rather than work against you. And then I'm going to leave you with the Magic of You Oracle, Unlock Your Hidden Truths, a mantra, if you will. So if you chose clubs, you're in the right place. Let us begin. Okay, so right off the bat, we got you walking away. Maybe you recently walked away from something, or maybe you need to walk away from something. Let's continue and see what the cards say. Page of Cups. I think you've had some surprising news, some news you didn't expect. Could have even been some pregnancy news, whether it was good or bad. Eight of Pentacles. Look at eights. You have two eights here. I think you might have heard some surprising news about your work, about the type of work you do. You may have recently left a job. You may have recently walked away. You might have heard some surprising news and walked away. You might have even been laid off, or that could have been the surprising news. Oh yeah, there's some kind of strategy or something going on here. You had to be very, very careful who you told what. You might have even felt like they did you wrong, and you did your best to keep one foot in, but eventually you just had to move on. Four of Pentacles. Yeah, I think this has definitely something to do with work, with money, with how you handle money. King of Wands, or even a business that you had. Maybe did you own your own business and something happened? Maybe the government changed something for you that you could no longer run your business the way you wanted to. But definitely something happened. Yes, look at that, 2 sevens. And you were gaslit. I think you were promised something, and it turned out just to be the booby prize. It turned out that none of the choices that you had would have worked for you. The Empress. You're pregnant with possibilities, though, but I think you're hanging on to what you've lost here, what you've walked away from, instead of realizing what you can do, because you have also the King of Wands. That's the entrepreneur. That's the successful person. That's the hard worker, working their way to the top. Nothing's handed to the King of Wands. They work for everything they've got. And here you have the Empress. You're pregnant with possibilities. Or maybe you became pregnant and that changed your work. Maybe you could no longer do your work because you were pregnant. Yeah, you feel like, look at the sevens. You feel like you have put your eggs in the wrong basket, that you did so much work for them. And yeah, the Devil. You are feeling really, really tied. Your shadow is that you can't let go of what this is. You can't let go of it. You feel like you've put so much time and effort into this, and here they've done something that changed the ball game, that changed the rules mid-play, and now you can't let go. For some reason, you see the possibility with this rather than what it is. 10 of Wands. Huge, huge burden. Huge burden. 3 of Pentacles. Yeah. You know, you might have been a builder of this business. You might have been a influencer in this. If you were an employee, maybe you were a supervisor, manager, and something happened. Maybe you were pregnant, because we have these 3 cards here, and that changed for you. Maybe it changed maybe they took you out of a management position. Maybe when you came back, they didn't have the same position for you, and defending yourself. You got all 4 sevens. So what's your shadow here? I'm going to do another roll. Fool. I think your shadow side is hanging on to things long after they're due to be. Yeah. Yeah. You hang on to things long after they should be let go. That's your shadow. That's your shadow. You need to move on. You definitely need to move on. You got the 2 8s here crowning this. You got the 8 to walk away, 8 of movement, fast movement, underlying. Yeah, three of wands. You're just kind of waiting for that ship to come in. You're waiting for them to change your mind. You're waiting for something. Your shadow is being unable to let go of something because you've put so much effort, you put so much time into it, and now you can't let it go. I think this is some kind of work. I don't see anything here with relationships, although that doesn't mean it can't be, because you do have the Devil card that could be being tied to one person, in which case this would be like almost an abusive situation. You're constantly defending yourself. You're constantly being gaslit, and you refuse to leave. You feel like one day it'll work. One day it'll work. One day they'll see. One day they'll see. You can't let go and move on. For some reason, your shadow is keeping you stuck here. Your shadow is being stubborn and not in a good way. Your shadow is not being able to let go, and not in a good way. You're hanging on to things that are no longer viable. Because the Fool, when the Fool is surrounded by cards that, let's say, aren't so positive, that is acting like a fool. When they are, and look at, you've got these like move on, and here you are stuck. You're stuck. You'd rather lay down and die than leave. And these are because you've put so much into it. And I get that. But at some point, it's like that saying just popped in my head, beating a dead horse. That's what you're doing here. Your shadow is you beat a dead horse. There's like, I know, sorry, that's probably offensive to some people. I say it as it's downloaded. Not being able to move on, just hanging on. And you know how this might show up in your life is maybe you always need the last word in an argument. Maybe you can't let go of something that's holding grudges. That's the word here also I want to get. Holding on to grudges. That's a deep shadow. That's really hard to get over, and or waiting for that apology that you'll never get. Insisting that you're right, you did all the right things, and there you are waiting for that apology to come in, and you'll never get it. You'll never get it. So happiness is acknowledging an apology that you'll never get. But yeah, you definitely have some stubbornness here, holding grudges. Those are all shadow, and we all have shadows that aren't the best traits that we would wish for ourselves, let's say. But this is a definite shadow for you if the Cosmic Wheel chose clubs. You might even somewhat recognize this in yourself, especially the holding grudges and holding on to ideas. Have you ever seen somebody, I don't know if you watch the show Shark Tank, and you'll see somebody and they've put like $100,000 into a bad idea and they refuse to let it go, and all the sharks are telling them, let it go, don't put another penny into this. And you see them interviewed at the end and they're like, they're wrong, I'm going to make something of this. That's exactly this energy. Exactly. So let's see how you can break free of this shadow. Let's see how you can break free of this shadow. Okay, so now we're going to ask for our club people, the Cosmic Wheel chose club, how can they break free of their shadow? Crossroads. I guess you got to choose another path. Obstacles. So what I want you to do is this is the mountain card, and mountains are obstacles. And because we always think we have to climb to the mountain to get to the other side. And I want to show you don't have to. You can walk around a mountain. Might take you a little bit longer, but certainly a lot easier. So you're going to have to think of another way how to get around that obstacle. And that's the crossroads that you're at. Oh, the sun is going to shine on all your affairs. Look at that, 2 suns, 2 suns. You just have to find a new path. And that's exactly what this card says too. Interesting, in the last reading, you had the 8, which is the walking away onto something new. You might need to find new work. This is the garden, and the garden is public spaces. So this is places that we work, places that we socialize. You might have to find a completely new job. By your choice or theirs. Like I said, I couldn't read in that last one surprising news about work. So maybe you were laid off. Maybe you are pregnant and you've decided that you're not going to go back to that work. Yeah, you're going to find look at that, sun. You need to find another job that elevates you so that you forget your past. You might have to go back to a job that you did in the past, because the Tower can be the past as well. So you might have to go back to a job that you did in the past, and that might be somewhat of an obstacle for you, because maybe you're going to go back with your tail between your legs and say, you guys were right. That new job wasn't for me. That was a bad place to put my money, and you were right, and I'm sorry. Right? Rather than holding a grudge against that job, rather than holding a grudge against those people that may have told you that was the wrong choice, go back and with a sunny disposition and say, you know what? I learned my lesson. That was an uphill climb, and can I come back? And that will actually cure you of a lot of that stubbornness, a lot of that hanging on, throwing good money after bad, by going back to something that you did that you were really good at. You're going to hear very, very shortly. This book is knowledge. You're going to hear a secret. Remember I said you had that card up there. You're going to hear some secrets soon about work. This could be secret at your present work, or it could be a secret about your past work. You might hear that your old position has opened up, for example. You're definitely going to have to move on. You definitely got the crossroads here. I think you're going to have to eat some humble pie, and that will really help with that karma. I know that's tough, but that's your shadow. And once you overcome your shadow, look at all the sun that comes out for you. Look at all the, like the sun shines on all your affairs. The sun is going to bring light. Remember, shadow is where the sun can't reach. Well, the sun is going to light that up for you, and that no longer becomes your shadow, and you are free of that shadow. But I think you're going to have to go back to a previous work that you did, a previous place, or some type of previous job. So let's say you completely switch careers. Let's say you were a lawyer and you tried real estate. You tried and tried. You weren't successful. Now you're going to go back. You're going to eat humble pie. You're going to become a lawyer again. I don't know. I'm just giving this example. And you're going to have to admit what you tried didn't work. And just put a sunny face on it and say, wow, I tried it. It didn't work. It's not as easy as everybody looks, but I'm back. And don't hold any grudges against people who said, we told you so. Just say, you know what? You're right. And shine that light on that shadow. All right. Well, that's a tough one. I'm not going to say it's easy. It's simple, but it's not easy to shine the light on that shadow. It's simple, but it's not easy. And I'm not saying it's easy. I'm just telling you what the cards are telling me for you to get over your shadow. Okay, so let's see what mantra What's the magic of you, Oracle? What mantra will help you through this? What mantra? You can screenshot this or you can write it down, but this is definitely the key. This is definitely one of the keys you need. Detox. Cleanse and restore yourself. So basically, detox from what you're hanging on to. Cleanse and restore yourself. So detox, get rid of all that stubbornness, get rid of all of that, those grudges, get rid of all of hanging on to all that. Because what's detox? It's cleansing. It's like letting go of everything your body's hanging on to, everything your mind is hanging on to. Detox, cleanse and restore yourself. Another one of the symbols got this as well. It's great for looking after your shadow, for putting light on your shadow and getting rid of it. Detox that shadow right out of your life. All right. Don't forget to give this a thumbs up. It is my intention that this guide you and send you in a direction to bring only happiness and light into your life. Take good care. Well, hello. If the cosmic wheel chose diamonds, you're in the right place. So this is a 3-part reading. I will start with the Healing Light Tarot. We'll bring to light your shadow. And then once we know your shadow, we will ask the Healing Light Lenormand how you transform your shadow. And then finally, I will leave you with a Magic of You Oracle Unlock Your Hidden Truths mantra. All right, let us begin. Are ready. Okay, you've been very, very defensive, defending yourself from all kinds of attacks, from all kinds of different directions. You want to kind of escape. You've been feeling like you've wanted to escape. You thought you got what you wished for, and you found out it's not what you really wanted. I'm getting, be careful what you wish for, because you just might get it. There we go. Despair, depression, living in the past, not being happy with what you got. Like I said, I'm really getting that vibe. Be careful what you wish for, because you just might get it. We might have here a little bit of overindulgence in alcohol, but definitely living in the past. We're definitely living in the past here. Hangman, inertia. Can't get over the past at all. Something has happened in the past that is brought a lot of despair to your life. Something to do with your family. Something to do with your family of origin, or your current family if you are with a partner and children. King of Pentacles. Could be something to do with maybe you're workaholic. I'm getting those words. Workaholic. Knight of Pentacles and inertia. King of Swords. Do we have a divorce on our hands? Usually King of Swords and a family is the divorce card. A Page of Swords. Words. Social media. Lovers, yeah. This is definitely divorce or bad news about a couple. So if it's not you, then it's definitely not you. Then it's someone in your immediate family. And I think it's over a loss of money. Over a loss of money, over a loss of status. Knight of Wands. This came on somewhat suddenly. Maybe somebody took a risk they couldn't. So for example, did they put all the money into Bitcoin and ended up losing it all? because the Knight of Wands isn't long lasting. It's like a kapow kind of energy. Yeah, battle weary, embarrassed. I think there's a sense of embarrassment here that things didn't work out. The Magician. And also that has a lightning bolt on it. I think a risk was taken and it didn't work out. And it's kind of, we got really risky behavior here, and it's embarrassing. Something embarrassing. The Devil. Yeah, I think we've got a somewhat of a divorce or a legal situation. Oh, look at the nines. 9 of Swords, anxiety, despair. I think something's happened. There was a huge loss of money. That's created a separation. That's created embarrassment. The loss of money could be due to overindulgence in addictions, justice, something with the law. So, for example, was there a DUI? Was there a drunk driving incident? Something to do with the law? Something illegal? Something illegal? Was there illegal drugs involved? Ace of Swords. We got another 9, 3 9s in a row. 9 of Pentacles. This is the single lady card. Look at this Shadow. One more Fool. Okay, I've got it now. Chariot. Okay, so there's definitely something happened here. Was there some kind of huge major loss? Whether it was of a marriage, of a family, of money, of stability, definitely something to do with some form of addiction. I see alcohol on here, could be illegal drugs, could be a sex addiction. We got some embarrassment here. We definitely have some embarrassment. I think it was something that happened impulsively. But there's definitely some legal ramifications to this. Maybe this loss of money is now involved the IRS, for example, your taxes. Maybe you overspent. That's an addiction, spending money. And now you've had to claim bankruptcy because that's legal. Something major has happened, and it's left you feeling like a fool, and it's left you single and alone. What's interesting though is that you will rise again, because this is the success. This is the success card as well. You will get over this. You will move on from this. But I feel like your life feels like it was out of control. If you look at the Chariot, there's no harnesses there's no leads on the horses. They're just running whichever way they want. And you're kind of just going along for the ride. So I almost feel like you feel like your life's been out of control this last little while. It just feels like one thing after another. But you've been defending your actions. I can't pick up on if this is you with the addictions or you with the legal problems. I see it causes you a lot of embarrassment. It causes you a lot of anxiety. It also causes you to end up single. You feel like a fool. You were foolish with whether it's with your money, with your family, with things that meant a lot to you. You were foolish with them. So whether that means that you took the risk. What's interesting here is I don't believe it's another lover, although it could be because we do have the devil energy here, but that would, I don't see like Knight of Cups, the lovers. But like I said, it might be because we have addictions. It could be a sexual addiction, which means multiple lovers. Well, they're not even lovers; they're just sex objects to you, if that's the case. We do have a lot of nines here, so we do have, we have all 4 nines in this reading. I'm still trying to pick up on, there's so much here coming at me. I'm just getting blasted. I'm still trying to pick up on the shadow. And I think the shadow is, I'm going to say it, addictions. Addictions are ruining your life. Whether you're codependent or you're the person with the addictions, they're ruining your life. So I think your shadow is addictions. And like I said, whether that's you being addicted or you being a codependent or trying to rescue somebody, and you're probably going to turn this off right now, and that's fine. I hope you continue to listen, because we're going to do a kind of a roadmap to help you out of this. But it feels like your life has been out of your hands, been out of control for quite a while. And I think you're kind of tired of it, and you're looking, and you might not want to admit that it's addiction. Addictions are the hardest shadow to overcome, because the first thing you have to do is admit the addiction, and whether that's you or your family of origin or the partner you're with, you have to, even if you aren't addicted per se, you have to appreciate your part in the addiction. You're allowing it to in your life. You're allowing the effects of that addiction into your life. But there is definitely a big loss of status here. Okay, let's see if we can get a roadmap here to start you on your way out of this shadow. Okay, so let's ask the cards for our diamonds. Let's ask for a roadmap out of this shadow of addictions. Cards are ready. Ooh, contract, wedding ring, binding. Oh, heart, love. Love will set you free. Definitely loss of love. Working hard, your efforts will bear fruit. Starting fresh, starting new. Jack of Hearts. This could also be starting with a new love. Starting with a new love. Underlying here. There's something that you don't know that you need to discover. So, I think this, like being like that, looks like a mama bear. So you almost have to become protective of your heart. You have to, your efforts will bear fruit, and you do have a chance of a new beginning. But just like how this mama bear is protecting this child, I want you to be that protective of your heart, of your forward, your future. Look, he's looking this way. I want you to be that protective of your future. I want you to have a new start. You know what? You might have to leave who you are with. And that was indicated in the other cards, divorce. If you look, he's looking towards the past. So we got the heart, the ring. So this is a committed relationship. And then the mice is loss, destruction, nibbling away, I think this one is looking this way and this one is looking that way. And here's the book of knowledge. I think you have to find some help about how this relationship has to end. It's not good for you. It's whether, like I said, if you are not the one addicted, but you're living with somebody addicted, well, that's affecting your life. It's affecting a lot of loss in your life. If you are the one who's addicted, it might have something to do with this relationship. Actually, I'm going to say it has a lot to do with this relationship. The cards are very clear that you need to end this relationship as much as it will hurt, and become like a mother bear over your look at this. Even looks like it's the sun is over here in the future, shining light on your shadow. Look, you have to become like the mother bear protecting your new life. You have to become the mother bear that protects you. You have to become the mother bear that your efforts will bear fruit, and be like the bear and work and work and work hard at it. And you've got this amazing future. And I think you even have somebody new coming into your life who will be very stabilizing for you and be with you in your future. You don't know who this person is yet. I think you'll meet him on your path to your future. You're gonna walk into him. He's in your future. You don't know who that is, but you cannot move forward until you get rid of this relationship. As hard as that's going to be, that's part of your shadow work, is acknowledging that this relationship is not for you. Is not for you. This relationship is in your past. And this relationship has cost you a lot, because that's the loss card. It's cost you a lot. It's nibbled away, and that is reflected in the previous reading. But you will definitely need some more knowledge how to get over this. I really encourage you to contact a professional. I really encourage you to, whether that's a coach, a relationship coach, a divorce coach, a counselor, a psychologist, and maybe if you are the one who's addicted, I'm really encouraging you to contact something that can help you with that, and work on it, because it's worth everything. It's going to be some dark days, absolutely. If you look in these two cards, there's not a lot of light, but here comes the light once you get past this. And just think of a bear. They work hard all summer long so they can rest all winter and survive the winter. So I want you to think this is your summer, that you're working hard all summer long to get over this, so that once you're over this, now you can rest and just enjoy your future. I am so sorry. I just about forgot your mantra. Okay, so for our diamonds, I was so involved in that last reading, I forgot to give you your mantra. So you can, this is the Magic of You Oracle, and it's your key. So you can either screenshot this or write this down, but this is going to help you through your journey to bring light to your shadow. Lavera, let love grow. And see, you don't know who this is yet. And look at this person is going to hug you and love you. And interesting, there's a skull in there, I just noticed. So you've got to let go of the old love so the new love can bloom. And you're not going to find that until you clear up the shadow. But this person here will love you and hold you and want to be with you. Let love grow. Interesting. I want you to really look at that card. Look at the bubble one and there's a skull in there. And then look at the new growth. So let the old one die so the new one can grow. Interesting. Very dark card. Very dark card with a lot of hope. Okay. All right. I hope this helped you in some way. I hope this sent you in the right direction. It's my intention that I only guide and help. Don't forget to give this a like, and thank you for your time. It's been my honor to read for you. Take good care.